What's up? It's Sarunas J. Jackson, and this is the time when a girl passed out during sex. There's this nice woman that I used to talk to, and we were just friends, for a while, and she kind of made advances to me throughout the time. But it was always kind of just jokey flirtation, nothing too serious. But yes,
So you thought.
right. So I thought, But then after a while, when you joking with a girl and stuff, and it's jokes and flirting, but like after a while you start like, okay, like what's happening?
Throw them lines out.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So you're trying to see, what's gonna hook, line, sink. So, we start hanging out a little bit. Just light stuff. We'll be with a group of friends, then we'll break off, go get a drink, go get something to eat. And then one day, we're having a nice little time out, and we had a good meal. We go get a drink. We go dance for a little bit. And then the dancing got a little sensual. So I'm like, hold on, I feel like these jokes is starting to come into,
These jokes are starting to hit.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, all right, cool. So we're dancing, have a good time, and she's the one that says, hey, let's leave. Let's stop fucking around. Let's leave. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So we go back to her spot, and setting the vibe right. We got the little mood lights on. I was like, okay, you a vet. I respect it. She got a little purple and neon, everything going on. I was like, I like this. Got the red wine. She's grown. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, well, I like women in their 30s. So I was like, all right, bet, boom. And so we playing some music, neo soul, grown. So we doing these, a little back and forth, saying some things, and get the kissing, get the touching, all that. So anyways, we have sex, and when it's your first time, sometimes you do what I call first impression strokes. You know what I mean? So I'm here to wear you out. You know what I mean? I want it to be pleasurable for sure, but I just want you to be worn out at the end, because I'm trying to keep a reputation. Concentrate. I'm in there. I'm focused. I'm making sure I'm getting the right. I'm trying every angle, see which one she reacts to. I'm like, okay, here's her spot. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm doing that. I'm wearing her out. At the end, and we have a great time, whatever. We finish, and at the end, she's just kind of laid out, like. And she's kind of like, she was a tomboy growing up. You know what I mean? She played some sports and everything. She was a little tomboy, So
y'all did the love and basketball foreplay before y'all started.
She was more on volleyball and soccer, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, but yeah, exactly. So, but at the end, so, obviously, because, yeah, she has an athlete in her, she's just like, oh, no. She's like, I can't go out like this. She's like, you ain't about to come over here, wear my ass out. So I was just like, well, for tonight, that's what it's going to be, right? I'm going out on top.
Oh, yeah, I'm out.
You done got the best of me. You ain't about to get, no, I don't know. So we ended there. Okay, cool. Fast forward down the line, a little bit longer down the line. She hits me up. She's like, yo, remember I said I'm going to want redemption? Well, tonight I said I want redemption if you're free. I said, yeah, I'm about to hit this up. This is out in New York. So I'm about to hit this up. She was like, oh, bet. She's like, because I'm hitting that up too, actually. I was like, perfect. I'll see you there. So we're there having a great time, trying to sneak a little touches and shit like that. You around people, mutual friends, but you don't want to know. And so we over there just touching, squeeze, and then just doing all that shit, right? So then we decide to leave. Now we go back to where I was staying at the time, and then she's like, I get there first, right? Cause I tell her, go get some food for us, whatever, boom, boom. I need to clean the place up a little bit. She's like, got it, cool. I hear her bang out my door though. I'm like straightening things up, things nice, fresh, whatever, Febrezed it out, cool. I hear her bang on my boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? Cause I'm like, it can't be her.
Yeah.
Look, it's her. So I was like, okay. It's like, damn, why you knocking like that? She has this focus, like, remember LeBron James against the Celtics? And he like this?
Game 6.
That's our game 6 look. She had that game 6 look. She was like, shut up. And I was just like, okay. And she goes, here. And she just drops the food in my hand. She goes like, she didn't even really wait for me to like, it just so happened it dropped in like, the bag of food dropped on my fingers like that. Because it could have been a mess. But she was like, here. And I was like, oh. And then she walks in. She kind of moves me and shit. I was like, oh, here we go. Okay, all right. So I was like, I'm letting her have her time. Okay, so go and put the food down. I'm thinking we're going to eat first and stuff. She was just like, nah, nigga, you could wait. I was like, oh, okay. Well, then I'll wait. We're going to go in the room. Now she wants right there on the couch. I was like, okay, boom. We're going to do it on the couch. So we started it up. Okay, now she's being very aggressive. Like, there's sometimes I had to, like, kind of wiggle. You know when they have the nails in you, you kind of have to wiggle out of it? Yeah, she, like, doing all this. She, like, has her nails in me, and I'm just, all right. I'm like, yo, like, okay. I try not to be a bitch, but I just be like, like, chill. Yeah, chill. She doing that stuff, pulling my hair and shit. Kind of liked. She doing all that stuff. She kind of choked me. Cool. Kind of like that, too. So now, I flip her around. Well, like, I go on top. And now she's like, choke me. Cool, I've been here before. I'm a vet in the game. Choking her. Boom. She goes harder. Fine. So I go a little harder. Beating it up. Going a little harder. Cool. Got her. And then she goes, harder. And I was like, all right, we go a little harder, right? I'm gauging it. I'm like, she has room for just one last phase of, you know what I'm saying? So I was just, all right, go a little harder. Boom, and I could hear it. She's like, you know when they sound funny when, like, you choking them? And so she sounded funny. She goes, harder. I was like, I don't think you can handle it. And she was like, stop being a bitch. And like, she kind of hit. I was like, hey, nigga, oh, man. And I was like, oh, nigga, oh, you want to get suffocated? She was like, suffocate me. I was like, okay. Her face looked serious. I was like, you know what? Boom, I'm like choking her, and then I do this. I do that. She was like, do that. She tells me to do it. She's like, she's like, all of it. I was like, okay. I was like, shit, I ain't never done this. So, all right, cool. So I'm boom, going. So I'm like pinching her nose and like that. So I'm pinching her nose, choking her. And I'm just like, boom. And she going like this. So I kind of let up a little bit. And she was like, why you stop? And I was just like, well, like like you're not breathing a lot. And then she was just like, well, suffocate me. And I was just like, okay, obviously she doesn't really literally mean that. But I'll oblige once again. Genuine So Anxious is on, right? That's a long song. It's about 5.5, right? This is my shit too. Long song. So I'm over here like suffocating her again. And she's like, don't stop unless I tell you to, or like unless like I tap you. I was like, okay, bet. So I'm like going in, boom. She telling me go harder, choking her a little harder, boom. I'm suffocating her, boom. Now I'm here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm in my bag, right? All that shit, right? It was like, okay, all right. I'm like, so she's doing all that, and actually now I know when I went back, it was the start of the second verse, right? So, because I remember it's 10. Where you been? I'm in there like, yeah, come on, like singing that shit. I'm in my bag, boom. And then I'm realizing she hasn't like, so I'm about to ease up. She can feel me kind of easing up, and she goes like that. And I'm just like, whoa, okay, so she don't want me. So now, boom, that whole second verse is gone now. Okay, cool. And then we even in the part where there's no singing, it's a doom, 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 doom. And I'm just like, man, this is a long ass song. I've been here for a minute. And then I'm looking at her, I'm going, and she's like moaning, and then she's like, her eyes is rolling back now. I'm thinking I'm doing what I got to do. I'm over here, I'm digging her out. Of course her eyes is rolling. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, okay, I'm hitting the spots. And she like all this aggressive shit. But I see the eyes flutter like this, and then I see oh, okay, shot. Oh. Like the head, because she was holding her head up a little certain way, then I see like it kind of gave out, and she was like this. And then I'm like, I stop, and she's not ready, and I go like, and she's like, she's passed out for like a smooth 5 seconds. Now, 5 seconds in that moment is an eternity.
Heart
right?
racing.
That I'm like, hold on, I know I didn't kill Shorty.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I know I ain't kill Shorty. I was like, no way, man. This ain't how it gonna happen, right?
Deadly dick, nigga.
Man, I was just like, I know I ain't kill her, bro. I was like, damn. So I'm in her, and I'm on top of her, and I'm like this now. So anxious is about to finally be over.
You was so anxious.
So anxious. I'm like, oh, and then that goes quiet and goes to the next one, and I'm just like, and she's like, so 5 seconds she's just straight up, and then she starts to come back. After 5 seconds, she looks up and she looks dead at me, and she was like, why you stop? And I'm just like, because she didn't realize that she had passed out. And I'm like looking at her, and I'm like this, like, and she's like, why you stop? And I was like, bruh, you just passed out. I'm not gonna keep doing that. Like, I know you want to prove yourself, but you proved it. You proved it. Okay, you good. And she was just like, what? And I was just like, what? Because I didn't know she was asking that. What do you mean I passed out? I thought she was saying like, what? I was like, what? And she was like, you said I passed out? I was like, nigga, yes. You just passed out for a smooth 5 seconds, dog. I was suffocating you for all of So Anxious. And she was, that's a long ass song. And so she's like, so she looked at me and she goes, damn, like I do feel a little lightheaded. I was like, well, I mean, I was choking you. That's not necessarily the tale of you passing out. But like, yes, you did pass out. And she goes, oh. And she's like, okay, well, are you scared? I was like, I was. Like, of course I was. I thought you died. And she goes, okay, well, like, do you want to finish? And I was like, do you want to finish? And she goes, yeah. I was like, all right, well then, like, we can finish. I wasn't out of her this whole time. I'm inside her. I'm inside her. For some reason, by the grace of the sex guys, I didn't go flaccid not one time.
I think I would have.
I don't know if my body was in shock, so it just stayed. But like, I was just in her, and then I was like, all right. And then we just start. I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And then we finished. And then at the end, she gets up. She bucket naked. She goes to the where the counter is, starts eating her food. I see her like she's like turned around eating it, and I can see her like going like laughing, and she's like bouncing like that. I'm like, what? What's funny? What you looking at? I thought she was on her phone, and she turns on. She was like, nah, nigga. She's like, you was scared as fuck. She's like, tonight's my night, and I was just like, what? What do you mean tonight's your night? She was like I won, and I was like, first of all, nigga, this ain't no one-on-one, bro. This is a team effort. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but can you take a lot? Sure. But I was like, but I'm not sure if you can because you passed out. So I was like, you see what I'm saying? I was like, I'm just saying it's just up for debate. And so she goes, okay, sure. And then she finishes her food. She comes back over. And then for some reason, I let her finish, and we switched places. I'm eating. And then she was just like, all right, like, I could go for another one. I was just like, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm going to eat. I'm going to shower. You could chill tonight here. If you're not on that type of time to chill no more, you're going to have to go, my nigga, because I don't like where you're going right now. And then she was just like, hey, all right, well, thank you for your service. And I was like, I appreciate it. And then that was the time I thought I killed somebody because she passed out for 5 seconds during So Anxious.
Well, I'll tell you what, you may have if you played the music video, because you gotta break
it.
Yo, Genuine, make them dance.
If I would have did the music video, then that would have been. But when she was out, I was just like, man, like now, supposed to have an echo every time he sing. Now she over here passed out. But I was just, I will say, man, like, if it's a thought, it's possible, right? So I've thought about this. I'm like, I know this has happened to people. Mm-hmm. Like someone has actually had to die during sex.
Oh yeah.
I know. I met someone who actually he was messing with a girl. She had a stroke during sex.
Gee, that's scary.
Yeah, and he was just like, he just saw her, like her eyes kept blinking, and then like her eyes kind of rolled up, and then she was just like kind of like twitching. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I remember that. I was like, okay, so that kind of, because I knew of that already, I was like, stroke, death, I don't know. Thank God she only passed out for a few seconds. Trying to be so tough. You know who you are.
Living your limits.
Yeah, like now I think you know better, right? But yeah, so I guess, the moral of the story is just know your limits, know how far to take it. because she was like an adrenaline junkie, supposedly. So we'll see.
There you go. All right, what comes in the box once you get it? All your retainers. I got 15 of them, so it's gonna take me 15 weeks to straighten my teeth. And I only got the top teeth because I need a bottom tooth extracted. But what's cool about Bite, they work with me, so they'll still help me with my top teeth until I get my bottom teeth situated. So I got 15 retainers all in this box. Also got some accessories. I got what you put your retainers in, carry around when you take them out to eat, or if you out or whatnot at a restaurant, you on a date, put it in there. And I got some whitening foam to use, whiten my teeth. Also, you got the Hyper Bite, which is really cool, which cuts your time in half. If you use it every day, I think it's just for 5 minutes a day, it'll cut your treatment time in half. It's the only technology that Bite has. It's a technology only Bite has, which is really cool, which separates them from all the other competition. So I'm excited to use that. And yeah, so today is the day. I'm gonna open this one, see what it looks like. Boom. But I still get the bottom with it, but it's probably just gonna keep it in place where it's at, which is cool. But this is my first tray for the first week of straightening my top teeth. So comes with instructions. Comes with a little sticker that says the wait is over. It is time to bite. I know you can't see it. If it focus, I don't know. This is cool. Let me pop it in. And it fits. Fits perfectly, actually. Yep. And it's comfortable too. But I gotta take it out before I eat or drink anything that's not water. So that's cool. Let me put this in a tray. So if y'all want to start on this journey, just use my code BITEDT.
So this story is a little more serious. This is about the time Dormtainment almost got shot by the police. You remember this? You remember this? You remember this?